You've got some nerve showing your face around here after the websites that you've been putting out. Disgraceful. You're a nasty piece of work. I'll cut that one out. You can't make websites that look good. Admit it. Let's get straight into this then. This website is estimatecalculators.com. Don't worry about what it does, not important. But we're going to look at how we can make a website like this without any design skills and how we can do it at speed. Speed is everything. We want to minimize the amount of brain power that we're allocating to designing. We want to maximize the amount of brain power we're allocating to the content and just getting it up there as soon as possible. Ideally on day one of building your website, you want to have something live. Not a set rule, that's just my rule, because I know the longer I delay, the more likely it's going to drag on for way longer than it should do. And I'm talking from experience here because I've spent months wasted on projects that I haven't even made live ever. How stupid is that? And I know I know people watching this have done exactly the same thing. Probably you watching it right now have done the exact same thing. You spent far too long building something that you didn't even use or you didn't even make live. Why? What is the worst that's going to happen if you just put something live on day one? You're not going to be getting traffic on day one anyway. No one is going to be looking at it and be like, oh, that's not good. No one is going to care. Just get the website live. Okay, now I've got that out of the way. Let's look at how I actually made this website quickly. So, logo, color scheme, didn't think about it. Logo, I use the tools that make it easy for me. Canva, didn't have to think. I just put math symbols. So it's called Estimate Calculators. It's basically a website that creates automated quotes. Estimate calculators, I call them. So the clue's in the word calculator. I need some sort of maths symbol or a calculator. I had an idea in mind of what might look good. So I just put math symbols. I had a look through. There was quite a lot that wasn't appropriate, but I'm not going to go through them all, but this is basically what I did, something similar to this. Shrunk it down. I didn't use this square starting size. I used a landscape rectangle, which is what I always recommend for logos because they look better in a navigation bar than a square. A square, everything can get a bit too condensed, a bit too small. So I did a symbol like that, and then I got a text and I just put it there and I wrote estimate calculators. Don't get bogged down in making it perfect. Do not get bogged down. Even what I'm doing now, this isn't the approach I would go for now. I'd use one of their preset designs in here and tweak it. When I made estimate calculators, I actually put in more effort than I recommend putting in. So I broke my own rules, but it was a while ago when I made it. That looks rubbish, but just use one of these. Do you know what? Let's just actually have a look. If I put in calculator, see what comes up. That would have been better, wouldn't it? That would have been much better. Replace current page. Probably would have done that. Something like that. Getting a logo on your website in the beginning, it just helps it come together when you're building it so that you're mentally not thinking it doesn't look right. Because if you're building a website and you don't have things like the logo and you don't have any text, it doesn't look right and you start tweaking things which don't need to be tweaked, because the reason it doesn't look right is actually because you haven't got a logo and you haven't got text. Do you ever do this? Instead of using actual dummy text like that Latin stuff, lorem ipsum, whatever it is, you just put random. Yeah, I did that. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, I am actually waffling on a lot. So this is what I would have done, and then I would have taken the color scheme like that. I would have used that, this like weird pinky purple color. So that's the logo. I obviously went with that logo instead. Now for the rest of it, it's the same as always, Tailwind UI. So we've got header, hero, should I say, Tailwind UI. This section I actually did myself, I think. So that's quite impressive. And to be honest with you, it actually looks a bit weird, doesn't it? That big gap. You can tell that I did that myself. But anyway, let's just ignore that. Tailwind UI. So let's have a quick look. So this is a blog section. Let's have a look. Blog sections. So you've got options, and I went with something like this. And I just removed the bits that weren't relevant. So I removed the date and the category and the author and the job role and the image for the author. And I just reduced it down to that. And I just put a little link underneath it as well. So this is how you can rapidly build things without wasting energy thinking about design too much. Again, this is a call to action, I believe. I think it is anyway. Let's have a look. See how nice is that? So many options as well. So many options. I use these call to actions. I did remove a lot of this gradient effect. I didn't really like it. I feel like that's quite that theme. If you're using this gradient effect, that theme kind of has to run through your website, and I wasn't willing to do that, so I just removed it. But that's the beauty of it. You can just adjust these components however you want. Okay, so you can see how much choice there is. It's actually so good how much choice there is on here. Look, I mean, there's more. So this is what I went for, something like this. I removed some of that effect as well. So you can see I've changed the colors and I've taken out these ticks and the link. So that's how you can rapidly build your website without thinking about design. You have to think, just not thinking about design. I am going to do a full website build where I go through this process and do exactly what I'm saying and build a website. Considering what I'm going to build this on, WordPress is what I would usually use, but I'm not sure if I want to do that because it's going to be a longer video. If I just did it on Nuxt or something, I could just do it really quickly, but maybe let me know actually in the comments what would be more useful. I think probably WordPress. Yeah, probably WordPress, but yeah, let me know between WordPress and Nuxt and I will do that. And I will also, because I know a lot of people don't want to use Tailwind UI because it is expensive, to be fair. Worth it, but expensive. I will do the exact same video, but with Daisy UI, which is a free component library. So that will be interesting as well. And I've never actually built a full-on website with Daisy UI. Anyway, I feel like I've waffled on a lot. So both of those videos are coming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you at some point. I'm disappointed in you.